It's day 2 and we're at Xcaret. Super excited because we've been looking forward to coming here. It's a theme park which has a lot of activities, so we've kind of picked out what we want to do. So if you're planning to come out here, do a little homework because there's no way you're going to do all the activities and there's a lot to do. We've come at a time where they're celebrating Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. I had mentioned that on my previous video. And I'll give you just a little bit so that you can understand what it's all about. And it's usually that time, it's celebrated October 31st, November 1st and 2nd. It's a 3-day festival and it commemorates departed family members. So what they do is they normally would create an altar which it's called an ofrenda. That's my Spanish happening. So it's believed that during this time, the veil between life and death is the thinnest, and so departed family members will come and visit their living family members, or they'll come into the living world. And so they create these altars to kind of create a sort of a gateway so that those who are in the afterlife have a way of coming in. So they will put water to quench their thirst, traditional paper banners that represent the wind, there's food, there's like bread, there's candles and fire and flowers, incense, to give them a good sense, basically just to set up a situation where the dead feel welcome. So you will see a lot of this during our visit here because we visited on the 31st of October. But they also have a big gift shop, which if you want to shop for souvenirs, you can get something good over there. Restaurant, really nice. It's outside. We're pleasantly surprised to see some flamingos. Coming from Kenya, this is something that we see quite often in the lakes at Baringo, but it was really nice to see them. And again, like I mentioned, you see the flowers adorning all over the place, and then this huge gigantic memorial that has been set up smack dab in the middle. Now ordinarily you're not gonna see this when you visit. It's just the time of year that we visited. So as you walk along, you notice this place is very green, it's very beautiful. You'll see some parrots. Now be sure to take a picture of the map. Once you get in there, you will be able to take a picture of the map. There's one of the notice walls over there, and that will help you kind of decide where you want to go. So at this point, we're kind of just trying to get our bearings because like I mentioned earlier, this is quite a big place and we're just admiring the art for this festival, Dia de los Muertos. And it's amazing just to learn how other cultures are not fearful of their dead. In fact, it was really interesting to see how the Mexican people just embrace their dead. And then you'll notice this black line, and pretty much all over the park there is a line, a concrete line, and like here we were going to the changing rooms, and so this black line will lead you to the changing room, which was number 7, and that's where you want to go if you're doing any of the water activities, which is what we started with. And that way you go to the changing room, they give you everything, you get a locker. We bought the Xcaret Plus package, so that came with the locker, and that was very convenient because we didn't have to carry around things and have them damaged by the water. So make sure you keep that in mind. This is the line where you get in. If you're going to the river, you come in line and you will get a life jacket, and I believe you put your bags in, they'll give you a bag and you'll get at the bottom of the river. So we're going on the river ride.
at the wrong time. Then you caught me on that one night. Girl, I wanna know how this thing get out of my control. Zip line into your timeline. Hey, that body don't lie. I didn't care for the hype, yeah. But when I saw you tonight, ooh, girl, you know just what you're doing. I'll go 1,000 miles to show you.
So we're in the river now and it's breathtakingly beautiful. It's cold, but once we got into the water, actually it was okay. It's just that getting in, we were like, whoa, it was pretty cold. But I will tell you, this is a must-do activity. And this river is actually a natural river. They have 3 of them. We chose the, I think ours was called the Mayan River, and it flows through tunnels, caves, you see coral formations. Everything is natural. The water is so blue, it's so natural, it's so real, it's amazing. And some places are dark, some places you see bats coming out. It was spooky in a nice, fun kind of way. We really actually had a good laugh in this section. It took about an hour to go from start to finish, and there are exits. Like if this is not your thing and you're like, I'm out, I'm not about this life, they do have exits along the way. I think there's like 4 of them where you can get out if you don't want to stay on. So that's something to keep in mind, but I would definitely recommend this. And they also have ropes on the side that you can hold on to. As you can see, what we're looking at is actually in the butterfly park. There's a butterfly park. We never got a chance to go there, but it's really nice. And some of this river you will find going through some other activities. It's likely over 5 feet deep, and this is one of the exits. So if you want to get out, this is a good place to get out. Like I said, there's quite a few of them, and it's a salt water river which really ends out in the lake. So after this, we decided to take a little break, and hubby went and rested on a hammock. I'm not a hammock kind of girl, so I kind of just took the sights in because we were able to see. After the hammock, we decided to go snorkeling, which was really cool, by the way. Not too much fish, but they have this gigantic tortoise. Like I said, there's the line, so the green line was taking us there. And then there was a monkey sighting. I don't know if you can see it a little bit in the bush right there. Well, it's not that easy to see, but anyway, it was a little bit exciting to see monkey in its natural. Yeah, there it is. You can see it. It just moved. Yep, you can see it a little bit. You can see it jump. As we make our way to the snorkeling area, we actually see some turtles, and they have these huge turtles, which are like really amazing. I don't know if I got a good capture of them, but then now we get to the snorkeling area. One thing to note about the snorkeling is they will give you the gear for snorkeling, and so you don't need to worry about that. You keep the little snout and they give you the goggles, so nothing to worry about. So let's get our gear and dive in. Hello from Xcaret. So now in the water and we're snorkeling, and it was a first time experience for me, so it was interesting, not used to that. In terms of the fish and what we saw, I found a little underwhelming. Maybe it was a little crowded, not so sure, what I was expecting to see. So if you're used to like serious snorkeling in the deep sea, this may not be too exciting for you, but for first time it was okay. You just don't expect to see like too much from this. At least that was my experience anyway. So let's move on. Moved on to the aquarium. I think for me what was most interesting is the seahorse. I had never seen this before. I think it's called a Trojan horse. Anyway, I thought it was fun, and there was quite a few nice sightings at the aquarium, so I found that quite interesting. So it just depends if it's your thing or not. If not, well, we move on. just to share a few highlights, this coral is actually shaped like a human brain, which I was like, wow. So that was one interesting thing that I thought I would share with this video. And I don't know if you can see the little fish over here because the whole screen looks blue. But this fish is called a constructor fish. It actually does construction. It digs tunnels under. Did not know fish do construction work. Maybe next time I'm doing a little construction, I need to get me some fish. So after the aquarium, we're hungry, we need to go eat. And we know that there may be a long line. Actually, there was a long line. We had been told it's probably best to come during off lunch hours. And guess what? Everybody was thinking the same way. So on the way to have lunch is where you see the turtles. And these are huge turtles. They have different sizes of turtles, but these were beautiful to look at as they just swam so gracefully while we waited in line to get lunch. And let's get into the buffet and I'll show you how it was. After what seemed like about 15-20 minutes wait, we're finally in and we're hungry. We get to table and we're ready to eat. And so I'm gonna take you around this whole buffet because it was really impressive. They have a little bit of everything. There's, if you want your cheeses, your cold meats, your soup, your salad, everything is available just based on your palate, what it is that you like. It's really up to you. So I grabbed me some salad, tried to be a little healthy because we are not eating too healthy during this trip. And the other thing to note is you do not serve yourself, they will serve you, so you just let them know what you want and there's somebody there to assist you. They're very efficient and very fast, so you don't need to worry about it. And you are hungry, so just be ready to eat. There's a lot of food. There's a very wide variety for all types of palates. And I'll take you around to the buffet so you can get a chance to see what that looks like. And got me some ceviche and some guacamole. Guacamole is avocado for those who may not know.
I guess it really was giving up on love, and I tried to block those feelings off. What did I do? In a millisecond, then it all came back. When I thought that everything was lost. On a cold November night, I met my Mrs. Right. My feelings come to life again. My feelings come to life. I didn't care. I just saw her standing near. Made my feelings come to life again. My Mrs. Right. My one and only one. My one and only one. One and only one. My one and only one. I guess it really was giving up on love, and I tried to block those feelings off. What else could I do? In a millisecond, when it all came back when I thought that everything was lost. On a cold November.
As you can see, we're thoroughly enjoying our food and our selections. So just so I should also let you know that in terms of cost, the buffet, all you can eat buffet is part of your ticket price. It's not separate, so you can eat as much as you want. You get a beer if you're into beer, one beer, and unlimited and non-alcoholic, so all your juices and all, stuff like that is included. Keep in mind your ticket includes one buffet, meaning you cannot go to different buffets on the same day, so it's one meal pretty much. In the evening, there's a show which is part of your ticket. Again, it's all included. The show is like the highlight, if you were to ask me. I feel like this is the highlight of the day. You just come and crown it. You have to be there early though, because the seating goes pretty quick, especially if you want to get a good seat. We went on a busy day, so we were able to get good seating because we were there a little over an hour in advance. So there's candles at every seat, and we've been given those which we're supposed to light up at the beginning of the show, which we have a moment of silence to honor the departed souls. So today is day 1, which is commemorating departed children. Tomorrow day 2 will be for adults, and the third day is for the souls to go back.